Right, in this recording, I'm just going to show you how we can create the model, full model, so we can see everything, see how everything fits in there. So we're going to put in some motors, some motor mounts, and some wheels, and then we're going to put our lid on, just to see if everything clicks together quite nicely. You want to do this before you print stuff, just to make sure that everything aligns up sort of perfectly. So we're just going to use these 9 squares here, so as you'd open up normal device. So alright, so first thing we're going to do is we're just going to drag in 2 motors. So just going to drag them one at a time. Alrighty, so if we close this, now I find sometimes it's easier to just drag it around. Now I want my motor to lay flat this way, so I'm going to rotate it with that tool, and then I'm going to put it in place like this. So I'm just going to have it sitting right there. Right, and then use my front plane, use the up tool and drag it up. So you might need to zoom in just to get that right there. And go, and then have a look at it to see how it's sitting. Yeah. Are you happy with the way it's sitting? Sitting fairly flush there. Probably go out a tiny bit to just use the little arrow key. Yep, that'll be fine. And then just hit enter, and then that locks it in place. Alright, so we're just going to do that with the 2 motors, and we'll lock the other one in place as well. So because we're going to flip this one over. So you can sort of drag it around with that, or you can just tart. So I think it's going to be 3.75 approximately. No, 3.5, 3.6. Sometimes you got to play around with it. Yeah, that looks about right. So then we want to do the same thing with our motor mounts. So you're able to download these motor mounts and motors so that you don't have to create them for yourself, because we've already created them for you. So now if you've done your holes correctly, these here should line up pretty perfectly. If they don't line up, you probably want to fix your holes, or you can create some motor mounts that suit your holes. So but you definitely want to have those holes lining up, because you've got some bolts that go through there to hold your motors down. Alright, we want to make sure these are held down nice and tightly. enter. Nope. Alright, excellent. They look like they're sitting on quite well. Alright, the next thing we want to put in is our wheels. So these are wheels that I've created. I've also created these to have the thickness of the rubber that we will be using. So now you could do this in a way that you use assemble, joint stuff, because we're not having moving parts and we're just doing this for visual reasons. You can just do it this way. Now I want to rotate it, this one here. Yeah, cool. So I pick a top and a side plane to line it up. So I'm working on here, line it up there, then I go right plane and I'll line up the circle here. And that circle. When you use joint and you paste it down correctly, it will be perfectly in line with whatever you join it to. So sometimes that's a better solution. Alright, so the last thing, push enter. Last thing we're going to put in is our lid. So hopefully this is the one, because I've made two and they're two different sizes. So hopefully, fingers crossed, this is the right one. That looks like it's going to line up. Cool. Yep. We sort of really want to go across. That looks pretty much solidly in place. So now we'll just check our other points here. So these ones are quite important because these holes are what's going to hold our lid on. So if these don't line up, then our lid's not going to clip on, or our lid's not going to stay on. Alright, so they look like they are holding up. Cool. Alright, second thing we can do is display settings, visual style. Let's go shade it. So now we can see our bot is complete. We have wheels on it, our wheels are protruding the top and bottom of the bot. Okay. So the reason why it's so important to have our wheels bigger is because when we're flipped over, we can drive upside down, and our wheels here protrude the back of our bot, so we can't get stuck upright. So if I can flip it out, no I can't. Yeah, if we get stuck on our back here, we're not going to be stuck there, we can just drive off of that. Alright, and we're not going to get stuck on the front. So this bot here should be able to be flipped over, and should be able to upright itself every time, hopefully. So, alright, well that's it for creating our bot. You can create other things if you want to. You can create some prongs that come out the front here. That'll be interesting to come out. You could create something that has a servo on it, create a flipper. Yeah, there is unlimited things that you can do to make this stand out from everyone else's. So you don't have to create one like this, but this is one that I've shown you. So thank you for watching.